When Valorant came out, I mistakenly made a video talking about focus, and to be very specific, I actually said that it was completely useless. I am here to tell you guys that I was absolutely wrong. When I made that video, I knew that it was definitely possible I could change my mind in the future, but I really didn't know that it would be changed this much and this soon. Before we get into the video though, I know that a lot of people think that focus mode is broken and is a crutch, so I just wanted to say that I have hit Radiant without using focus at all, which I have a video on my channel about, and I have hit Radiant while using focus. So my experience on both sides is equal. Now, let me explain to you guys why focus mode is broken and how it could actually be unhealthy for a game like Valorant. Let's move on to what I was very wrong about, starting with aim assist. In my video, I said that there was no extra aim assist in focus mode, but there is actually statistically more aim assist with focus mode, specifically rotational aim assist. To explain for those who don't know, rotational aim assist is basically the aim assist that does the tracking for you and moves your crosshair to the target without your input. This usually occurs while you're moving, and it helps you stick to your target for more precision. Now, as you can see here, rotational aim assist activates in normal aim as well as in focus aim, but it is crucial to note that the rotational aim assist is not active in normal aim beyond 14 meters. It kind of varies, but usually that's where it's around. However, in focus mode, rotational aim assist is active at any range. You can see my crosshair sticking onto the brimstone while in focus, but in normal mode, there is only slowdown aim assist. Some people question the benefit of this in a game like Valorant, but it is literally technically a complete upside. So in long range fights, it is technically a throw to not use focus mode because you are theoretically not getting as much aim assist as you could be. This is mentioned nowhere in the game, and it's only left to the player to figure it out. In fact, even in the tutorial, there is no mention of this in any way, and it just says that focus mode, quote unquote, lowers your sensitivity to provide better aiming capabilities. I know they can't mention every single function of every single feature in a tutorial, but this is a pretty vague description of a literal aim assist boost. So, putting this into a short complaint, why is it that one mode is literally a complete upside to the other? You are missing out on a feature in long range gunfights, so if you want to play without using focus, you are playing with a permanent downside. Now, let's get into a different reason as to why focus mode is broken, and it actually has something to do with what I thought at first was a bad feature on focus. In my last focus video, I talked about how your turn speed on focus is actually capped, and how this can be a bad thing because you can't turn fast while using focus. You were basically limited while in focus mode. Only your small micro movements were affected by the curve view. However, this actually is a huge benefit, and in retrospect, I just hadn't given focus a chance. Since you are capped with turn speed, your aim is basically locked in for you in focus mode. Now, what does this mean? Sometimes while not using focus mode, typically on higher sensitivities with lower dead zones, you can overshoot when you don't mean to. This means that while shooting a head level or spraying, a small input on your thumbstick can be registered as a flick off of the head. This has happened to me a lot before using focus mode, and it always just annoyed me. However, this actually rarely happens while in focus mode. Since your sensitivity is capped and curves don't really matter, a small input that would result in a large movement without focus registers as almost nothing while in focus mode. This applies to when someone swings an angle on you and when you are swinging an angle in a 1v1. Overshooting can happen a lot when you're holding an angle for someone to peek, and this is what I realized almost instantly when I made the switch to focus mode. It honestly feels really unfair because the game is accounting for your wrong input. Without focus mode, an accidental input can be detrimental, but in focus mode, it doesn't really matter. Legit, the feature is just a straight benefit to everything in Valorant. The only thing that still remains a downside to the feature is the turn speed cap, but as someone who has used it for a while now, this is easily fixed by just not being in focus mode all the time. Now that I've talked about the aim assist feature and this feature of focus, I kind of wanted to add these two bonus clips that kind of highlight how the aim assist in Valorant can be a little weird at times. Now, I've tried to recreate this, but I just haven't been able to, and I've only seen this kind of thing with focus and ADS. It might not have anything to do with focus or ADS, but rather the aim assist mechanic in the game, but I just thought it was a little funky, and I just wanted to show it to you guys. Now, how can we fix this? As we've talked about so far, these two upsides completely change the game for people who use focus and people who don't. For starters, the aim assist feature needs to be changed immediately. Give rotational aim assist to normal aim at any range so that if you choose to not use focus, you're not at an immediate disadvantage. This will just make the game so much better for those who opt not to use it because it would just make it always an even playing field. Now, I don't really know how your aim being locked in while in focus could be changed really. I know that they added a feature to slow down your sense while shooting, which is a good change. But focus is not only good while shooting, but it's also good when you're holding an angle. Again, when holding an angle with focus, it's very hard to overshoot. So for that aspect, I don't really know. However, for now, I think they should definitely just give aim assist to all modes because it's probably the best thing they could do. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm not gonna lie, watching back my old video makes me cringe in a few ways, but I knew when I was making that video that this would probably happen in the future, so I'm not too embarrassed about it. Love you all so much, and thank you for the support on all of my videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one.